Andrew, my favorite Australian, you wouldn't believe this story if I told you. So here's my favorite Australian Andrew, ex military Andrew from Australia, who is now in Thailand, but who was married to an American black woman. Now, there are plenty of things you can call Andrew, maybe even crazy, but you can't call him racist. And that's, I think all white men should have to marry a black woman to prove they're not racist. Yeah, at least for a year. And then you can honestly tell me you're not racist. I don't want to hear, I have a black friend. See, I'm not racist. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, no, don't do that. Please don't do that because there's a part of me, and I think that anybody that's even halfway evolved in America, if you say, I've got a black friend, what you're screaming out with the message behind that is, I am trying desperately not to look as racist as I really am right now. Just let that one go. Just say I'm not racist. It's best to show you're not racist, but say it if you only have a little bit of time. I tried to have more fun, worry less. Okay, Andrew has the right idea. I'm going to try that in 2015, Andrew, but the only way I could have fun and worry less is to accomplish more. This was a failed year for me in accomplishments on every scale, on every front that you can accomplish things. Outside, my lawnmower remains broken, mostly because inside my spine and knees remain broken. And now part of my brain is broken as a result of that. It's a trickle down effect, if you will. And outside, my gutters remain unrepaired. My gutters have weeds growing in them. I mean, healthy weeds. So some of them are 2 or 3 feet tall. There's no excuse for that. But, God damn it, you know? What else? I did get a couple hammocks put out, and I only got to use them for about 2 hours this summer because getting into them became a pain. The first time my legs ever went numb from my back problem, and I mean totally numb, was when I was sitting on the edge of a trampoline we have in our backyard. And I think I had just cut the grass. And I had moved the trampoline back, and my everything was fucking hurting. So I sat down on the edge of the trampoline for like a minute, right? Then I went to scoop myself off of it. And when I hit the ground, it was like I was on someone else's legs. It was the weirdest thing. That was followed right after that as the legs began to come back under me after about a minute. Intense pain in the low back that's beyond, above and beyond the normal severe arthritis that I have, which here's what it's like, folks. Let me go ahead and give you my physical situation. I'm not going to call out all the conditions I have, but imagine you wake up every morning with a sunburn all over your body. And when you get out of bed, you are allowed to go ahead and do your morning pee, and that works out nicely. You're still dealing with the sunburn, but you're starting to get used to it already, even after the first couple minutes. And when you turn around, Andre the Giant in his prime is there, and he gives you 2 swift kicks to the lower scrotum area. And that's how you start your day. That's how I start my day. The volume is low. Fuck, I don't know what to do about that. I got to leave it like it is now because people will have it adjusted. Andrew, if you missed the beginning of this show, my friend, you were given a gift by the gods because the beginning of the show was an epic presentation of my worst failures. Volume was up and down. I was talking over the music was going over me. I tried to use auto amp because on my last show the introduction was 500 fucking decibels and then my whole show was 2 decibels. So auto amp didn't work for me. I don't know. I got to learn audio more. I thought I knew it. I don't know shit. Another failure for 2014. Another one. There are a great many. I have not spent, I have hardly spent any time in contact with my family and or friends. Just everything this year has been about dealing with the VA, dealing with pain, and essentially hiding from the world as a result of that. Just a downward deceleration, descendance, if you will, into the levels of hell that Dante had not even figured could get that bad. It psychologically is what it felt like, and I don't know. I gotta believe that 2015 is going to be better. But I can tell you this, and I don't know how you feel about it, but 2015 to be better has to be based on me accomplishing things. For me in my personal life, that's got to be. And this whole New Year's resolution thing, it's never worked before, so why should I try it now? Has it ever worked for you? And if so, I want you to, I hate to be a bummer here, but I'm going to do it. Truth on Tap will not spare you in order to make you feel better. And the host will not spare himself either. It's like when I speak into this microphone, a nuclear weapon is set off that takes me out and you out, okay? I'm killing everybody equally. So I want you to think about the New Year's resolutions you've made over the past, let's say since 2000 if you're old enough. How many have you kept? What were they? Treat people better? Hard to review that, isn't it? Was it to go back to school? Well, did you? What was it? Was it to build a house? And if so, did you get that done? See, most people missed the start walking back to the hotel. Okay. Andrew, you sound like a well-traveled Australian. That's for sure. What brings you to Thailand other than the very cheap prostitutes? I gotta know, man. Tell me about that. I think it was Thailand. Let me make sure. I don't want to get the... Yeah, it is Thailand. Okay. Yeah, I'll bet you stand out there like a sore thumb, too. Yeah. Friggin' big, buffed up Australian ex-military dude walking around a bunch of brown midgets. It's got to be like, welcome to the pygmy tribe. In a way, I fear for you because they may think you're an American and try to kidnap you and try to get money. It's not that bad in Thailand. I guess Somalia would be worse, but you're still at risk. Have you painted yourself brown by any chance and walked on your knees? I think you might blend in there. Weather, food, and people. Yeah, okay, gotcha. I've heard some rumors about Thailand that I'm afraid to share even on this show. So I'm not even going to share them. You'll just have to wonder, what the hell was Kevin thinking about Thailand? I don't know. Andrew. Maybe you know. Tell us something about Thailand, man, that people would be surprised to hear. I'll wait for you to come up with that while I continue to beat and bash upon the people and events of 2014, which have been a massive, massive failure. Houston, we have many problems. Oh, Apollo 13, lucky bastards. They could have ended up as stiffs out by Saturn going, we stuck in orbit, we dead now. Good math. Got to give the people on the ground credit, too. Great math. I spent New Year with a Thai family on the beach. Did you know them, Andrew? I mean, can you imagine, guys? So you have to use your imagination here. You're in Thailand. You live there. You've been there your whole life. It's hard to get a bite to eat. It's a busy place. You're working 74 hours a day. Up walks an Australian giant and says, I would like to spend New Year... No, he would say it like this. I'd like to spend New Year's Day with you if it's all right. What are you going to do? You going to say no? Oh, fireworks in 4 hours. Cool. Man, you know why I did my show at 2 p.m., right, Andrew? You know me well enough to know why I did my show at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time. I'm going to wait. I just want to see if Andrew knows this pop quiz question. Speaking of quizzes, and I'm taking a slight diversion here from the failures of 2014. Okay, so you did know the guy. Okay, I figured you did. I was just goofing on. But so there's a trivia game out now that seems to be gaining traction. And my fiance and her daughter cannot stop playing it. And it's a competitive sort of a cell phone, Android or your iPhone or whatever. No chat. You lost me on... Yeah, well, good point. Oh. So, yeah, Andrew, I forgot about the delay, man. Yeah, you got it. Nobody bugs me in chat. I want you to bug me, but most of the people that come in my chat room attack me and then attack each other. It's like a fucking medieval bar, There's always someone talking in the medieval bar, and then everybody comes in and beats him up and beats each other up. And you have 17 people laying on the ground, and one's still drinking but just about to fall over, and then the bartender just making sure they got their money, and they're going home. And that's what happens in my chat room. So I like to sneak a show in here and there, sneak one in, get a little. It's a kidney shot, really, because people hear it later and say, "Fuck, I can't fuck with him now. He's not on." Yeah, I like that. That makes me happy in a way. It is sneaky. I'll admit it. It's a little stealthy. It's a little sniper instead of frontline infantry, but I'll take it. You know, because snipers have hard jobs too. Snipers are treated special when they get captured. They're considered, well, sneaky bastards. Scary. They're spooks. They're out there in invisible, and if I catch one, I gotta you know. All right. Yeah, Andrew says no cyber fighting, only real time. He likes to kick his ass in person. I wish that half the people on YouTube comments and these internet forums had to, I don't know, at least have a video of themselves up, because they sure do talk a big talk. And half of them are just 9-year-olds in a trailer park pissed off at everybody. I'm gonna come fuck you up, and you cracker nigga spick biatch. You know, and you're thinking, wow, this guy, this 35-year-old dude here is dangerous. He's about to snap, and it's a kid whose voice hasn't even started to crack yet. You know, we've lost a sense of reality since the internet came about. I mean, I saw this coming. You saw it coming. Back in 1996 when CompuServe was up. That's when people started doing the chats. And since then and up to now, you can be anybody. You can be anybody and you can do anything. Unless you happen to come up against some of the traps that they set for you on the internet. And they got them. They got them. I guess that's good. But they sure didn't stop North Korea, did they? Yeah, couldn't keep them out. A sniper, good guess. More fireworks. Oh, I knew it, Andrew. I knew it, man. I had a feeling you used to be a sniper. Yeah, you've got that sit back and wait and then fuck shit up mentality about you. It takes patience when you're a sniper. I'm curious, did you have a spotter that was always with you? Did you do your own stuff? We've got a movie that just came out about this American sniper. I'm not going to give anybody a spoiler or anything because I barely know the story, but there's a story about a sniper in Vietnam that's a very popular one. There's an American sniper that was fighting against a North Vietnamese sniper, and they went back and forth quite a bit. I mean, there's also the one about the German and the American that went back and forth quite a bit in World War II. I guess that'll continue, but and you probably already know this, Andrew, we're on our way to mechanized militaries. It's going to be robots. I mean, they may not look like people. They may look like little boxes with tracks on them, but they've already got them with the built-in grenade launchers and the built-in submachine guns. And, they will require, at least at first, they will require a human to be controlling them. But there's a question in my mind there. See, I think when it comes to things like officiating and judicial systems, anything that requires judgment, I think we'd be better off creating a computer program up front that everybody agrees on and letting that computer program execute judgment. And if that becomes the trend, if we replace all law enforcement officers with robots that are pre-programmed, you're either getting a ticket or you're not, does not depend on the day, they're not going to give you a break for showing cleavage, okay? If we begin to let judgment in human minds get replaced with programs that were written by human minds, just stored in machines, then why wouldn't we want those in our mechanized soldiers, our robot soldiers, autonomy? And that's a scary thing for people. I think that's a terrifying thing for people. But how can we not go there? It almost makes Terminator seem like more of a prophecy than a movie. It has to be